Hopefully. Hey, Edward, what's up, baby boy? How you doing, man? I just started a few minutes ago. I'm bored out of my game. They supposed to be scheduled. Over here at Customs. Let me show you where I'm at in Cali. So it's border, US Border and Customs. Is it giving the audio problem again? Okay, so it might be where I'm at. Can you hear me at all or no? I'm not connected to them. Can you hear me at all or no? Better now, so I had to open the window. Let me do this. It's still good. The audio's still good. It went bad again. We're gonna try something. So it's better. Let me know if it's better. I think your yes is better. It's better. Rapidly. Okay, let me try to talk. Hold on. Let me see if this helps any. Sometimes in the bunk, I get better reception. I'll go back here. What about back here? How's that? Tell me if you hear me better back here. Great. Okay, so it's better in the bunk. Go figure. Go freaking figure, man. That's totally bizarre. All right, so it's better back in the bunk. No, so anyway, I'm over here at U.S. Customs. I'm just waiting for them to unload me. Oh, it's okay. So I know it's better back in the bunk. That is totally bizarre. Up in the front, I have problems back here in Cali. I don't understand. Yesterday I had problems in the front, but I was where I was sitting in when I drove up to the fuel aisle. All of a sudden, it's crystal clear. Go figure. I have no idea. Where are you at in the country? Edward, where are you at in the country? I know everybody getting snow right now. I wish you would just let the chat stay visible. Let's see if that works. Yeah. Where are you at? Where are you guys at right now? I'm gonna wait and see if anybody else comes in, but then I'm gonna talk about the topic anyway, because it automatically uploads. That's what I like about the live, is that I don't have to store it on my phone. And I'm sorry if it's dark, but it looks like the best sound quality I got is back here in the bunk. Oh man, y'all got snow right now? PA, because I know my dad got snow in Lubbock. Louis Shelton just hit me up on Tube and told me that the Carolina got hit with snow. Oh, you ain't go? Oh, okay. PA, I'm shocked. Okay. All right. Are you a driver? Okay, so you're not a driver. Okay. You looking at coming into trucking? I'm gonna sit back on the bed, y'all. They trying to work me in. My company told me they rescheduled this for 2:30. I'm over here at the ports, and they said they trying to work me in, but who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? I got all the lights on. Let's see. Yeah, I got all the lights on. See, I got it back here in the bunk because the bunk is the only place it looks like my signal is really good. Who all is in here right now? Ex-driver soon to be next year. So you coming back into driving? Class A? And who do you want to drive for? Do you know? Y'all forgive me. I'm going to get comfy and talk to y'all. Okay. You know who you're going to be driving for already? Okay, Heartland. Okay. Now, next year I'm probably going to be moving companies. I got a good driver manager. Which is going to get into the topic that I'm going to talk about. I had some goals that I wanted to accomplish, and unfortunately I got set back when I had the fractured ankle with this company when I did my refresher trainer, because I was off the road for 5 years. And then just dealing with equipment issues, and I'm starting to see my attitude has changed about it, because I kind of gotten to a point where I don't kind of care. It's hard, because if they don't care, why should I? Me and my father just had that conversation today, and he said he got to that point with the railroad where he finally decided he needed to retire because he stopped really caring about his job. And he was training people, and he said, you know, a new generation of people coming in, they didn't want to learn crap. And hey Quan, what's up, baby? I'm just starting. We got Edward in here. I think he's new on here. Edward, thanks for joining, by the way. They were supposed to have me rescheduled for this doggone load. I don't tell who I work for, Edward. Although some people on here know because they've seen me at our terminal when they come in. Some of them may who are on here, some may not. But I don't really tell who I work for. Reason is, I don't want people saying, oh, I'm going to this company for that reason or the other one. And also for safety reasons, in my own opinion. If it's somebody in the background and they're going to come to this company and they talk to me, and I get a good feeling that that's legitimately what they're doing, then I'll talk to them in the background. And there's people that I've helped as far as getting into because this is a starter company coming in for their training. Like I said, I don't think it's a bad company. I just know it's a starter company that has a lot of issues. And, well, yeah, it does have a lot of issues. And they're trying to reinvent themselves, and in some levels they're doing it, but in other levels they aren't. And if you're an experienced driver and you've experienced something different, you don't want to go through the same bullcrap. Oh, thank you, Quan. I like my Quan. Quan is a sweetheart. And Quan, I'll get you that moderator thing once I get on the computer at the terminal. I thought I would be at the terminal by now, but unfortunately they're not showing me rescheduled, so they're just going to try to work me in, and I'm sitting over here at U.S. Border and Customs. When you replay the video in the beginning, you'll see where I'm sitting at, and I'm in Carson, California right now. So everybody's going to be ahead of me, and then they're going to come. Our trucks are all different colors. Actually, they were one color, but now they've got all different colors. But my particular truck is white, but they have other color trucks too. But I'm looking at, I've got like 3 top company choices I'm looking at next year. One of them I'm not mentioning. I will say Prime is one and SRT is the other one, because I have one of my trucking sons. He works for SRT, and he's already kind of talked to them. He's talked to his driver manager. I have talked to their recruiter, but I would have to come in company, and eventually I do want to go lease purchase. So I kind of run it as my own business eventually. And I got JC Elect has another guy I'm supposed to talk to that I was supposed to talk to a while back. I've talked to, but I just want to kind of get in the subject, and I'm just thinking. Y'all know I like to think out loud. So when we talked the other day, and I had some people saying, "Hey, stay at the company out because you have a good relationship with your driver manager." But I realized that when I came back into trucking, I had some set goals, and I had a set vision for what I wanted to do with this. Been there, done that. Yeah, and I had like did the lease thing. I had some set goals and some set things I wanted to do, but I never accomplished any of them. And I wasn't accomplishing them because, you know, I had the fracture, and then here I am at a company where I'm not making the kind of money I can make. And one of my friends, well, one of my mentor, Trucker Bill, I left this company for a little bit, came back. I tried another company, it didn't work out, and I came back. And Trucker Bill was like, "Why you gonna go back to them? They did you wrong, da da da." You know, very angry because he doesn't like this company in general, because he's a 42-year driver. I mean, you got 42 years, you know, move in close so y'all can see me a little bit more. You got 42 years of driving, you know, this kind of company, you don't go with this kind of company. And he looks down on some of these starter companies, right? So, I understood where he was coming from, but in my opinion, I said, it's not specific. Sometimes we look at things as if, oh, okay, it's specific to me because you're going through it. But I'm not the only one going through it. It's really your attitude of what you're dealing with. So at this company, because they, you know, like, for example, our trailer, a lot of the trailers, some of the trailers, especially for the reefer division, are really old. I'm a reefer. The trailers are old as Methuselah, okay? Old as hell. They're just trying to Band-Aid fix them, trying to stretch them out for whatever financial reasons. But I have pictures from when I was here, before I went and tried the Oklahoma company, of reefers I picked up. But I don't even have to give you those pictures. I can tell you just stories. Picking up trailers that don't have brakes. I mean, I was up in New York at Chobani, and the reefer I picked up, it had no brakes. Thank you, Quan. The reefer had no brakes. Yeah, if you guys are in here, thank you. If you hit that like button and show me some love, I appreciate it. And if you aren't subscribed, if you can subscribe, in the words of Mr. Quan up in here, thank you, sir. It had no brakes. The brakes had eaten through the drums. And the problem is that trailer didn't get there on its own. Somebody drove that trailer into that facility and left that empty trailer there, or took product with that trailer up there. While the company preaches safety, and I understand that's what they have to do. They have to say, oh, let's be safe, and it's your job to pre-trip the truck. If you leave crap or shiznit, y'all know what I'm saying, out there, and somebody's trying to make a living and they can take it, they're going to weigh whether they should take it or go get it fixed. Well, if go get it fixed means I'm going to be shut down, or it's going to delay me getting my money, some of these people don't care. They're just going to go ahead and take it. They don't care whether it has brakes on it. They don't care if it's a piece of shit for the next driver. And they're going to leave that for the next driver to deal with. Well, for me, I'm a safety person. So I'm the one who will go and take shit and go get it fixed, go get the brakes, and then I'm shut down for a day or delayed on the load or having to get the load rescheduled because I won't drive crap as best I can. But now I've noticed I'm starting to second guess whether to actually, whether to actually drive the bullcrap. So you start asking yourself some questions as to whether do you stay in situations with a company that's not there yet. And so because you have good rapport with this other person, but you know other things about the company are affecting your dollars. So that's when you have to make moves. And I'm starting to understand that. And like I said, I don't think it's a bad company. I think everybody has to go through it. But for me, I'm seeing who I am and what I believe in. I'm starting to question it, you know, and I'll become just like these buttholes who leave these jacked up trailers for somebody else to get. So that is kind of where I'm at in my thought process. Where you at, Quan, in the country right now? No, it's not right that they do it, but it's a money thing. Just today, I had a driver come in where I'm at right now, over here at this U.S. bus from my company. When he pulled in, he was driving one of our old ass trailers, and I could hear the airlines whistling. That's how bad that old and bad that trailer was. And I don't know if he even pre-tripped it or if he even cared. He probably had enough air pressure and didn't really give a damn and said, I'm going to take it. Now, to the motoring public and to himself, if that airline gives out, it's going to be a bad damn day. But he might not care. You know, I hate to say it, but that's normally what happens because he's chasing those dollars. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to get the load there so I can get my check. I don't really care about anything else. But I could hear, I was at the gate getting ready to sign with security guard, and he was going back into one of the docks, and I could hear the brake lines. I could hear the air whistling on the brakes. I could hear it. And me and another guy looked at each other. He said, is that his brakes? I said, oh, yeah, it's the company I work for. It's his brakes. And we just looked at each other, and I laughed. He's like, and the guy went back, opened the door. You could hear the brakes whistling. He didn't care. It was about the dollars. So if the company doesn't give a shit, then you have to ask yourself a question. Why should I? And if you add a company that doesn't give a shit, why should I? And the problem is it really stems kind of top down because it's a maintenance issue, but your top has to require better maintenance, and it has to do things and implement things to get that maintenance done. It also has to do things to retire stuff that just is outdated. You shouldn't second guess it, Edward, but I'm going to tell you right now, at my company, I've seen people haul stuff out that it's about dollars. It's a starter company, and it's really about the dollars. It's about the dollars both ways. It's about the dollars with the company, and it's about the dollars with the driver. So these guys are just going to haul it. Some of them aren't pre-tripping good, but even if they pre-trip it and see it, they don't care. I drove a trailer in the other night, and I could hear the tire in the back doing this. I drove in. They've reduced our maintenance for the inspection bay at one of my facilities down to one person a night. And whenever trucks come in there, he's supposed to go back there, walk around, and if there's a tire, this the only person trying to change out a damn tire. It's not going to be a safety issue. It's just going to be, he's just doing something. He don't care. That's not enough people in the middle of the night for the size of company this is. It's insanity. Our maintenance department is no longer 24/7. It closes at 6 o'clock at one of the terminals, 10 o'clock at another terminal. It's insanity. And so I have to ask myself a question, because I can probably get the money, just drive the equipment as is, drive it broken, drive it with bad brakes, drive it with bad airlines, until something gives out. But I can't do that. So I have to make some other decisions for myself. Anything happens, it's going to be him. But the people are willing to take that risk for the dollars. And a lot of these people are very young or new drivers. So they don't even realize the level of drama it can cause them. It's just like I was watching a video the other day and I kind of laughed. It was Nick and Carla. And it was Prime, actually. Somebody in the maintenance department messed with their, hey, Jay, 601, what's up, everybody? We're just talking about if a company ain't maintaining their shit, should you care if you the one have to drive it? But Nick and Carla had a load. I think it got frozen, some kind of vegetables, and it got to the wrong temp. And the damn load froze, so they then needed to throw it away. They had to write it off as loss. Well, overstock and damage, so it had to be written off. So they tell them to drive this load out to a dump site, knowing damn well that there was no lumpers out there. And I think they thought they were dumb enough to climb back in the back and unload all these stuff into the dump by hand. And I'm talking about that trailer was full from front to back. There's no way in hell. And it was a palleted load. And I just sat there and laughed. And I was like, yep, we got driven right back to the yard. So then they said, well, we're going to send them to go ahead and drop it back at the yard and move on with your load, because if they can get over on you, they will. And that's where the problem lies. If you have people that would say, I'm not hauling this trailer because it's this, this, and this. If all your stuff started to be late, maybe you might want to get your stuff fixed. But then I don't know if they really care. Okay, you were at CR England? Okay, so it's bad maintenance there too. Well, these folks is kin to CR England, so that's not shocking. Yeah, they did. They thought they were going to load that crap. Yeah, you have to have some standards. And that's what I'm starting to feel like at this company. I've lost some of my standard because I'm second guessing, like, well, should you take it? And then I'm like, I'm stuck like Chuck. It's like the other night, I was sat there and I was like, why am I questioning myself? I was at my 40-foot mark for California and the load was 34,700. And part of me was like, well, should you take it? Should you move the tires back and it would be just slightly illegal? I'm going into Cali. We all know what Cali does. If they'll write your ass up if they find out you running anything wrong. And the tickets, I had one of the TV watcher trainer I had when I did my refresher course. She had a $900 ticket from California for going 3 miles over the speed limit here. So 58 miles an hour in Cali. They hit her with $900. This company didn't pay her for that, but she was chasing the money. Yeah, some people think it's just make sure you're getting paid, but there's bigger risks. Let's see, Jay, it's bigger risk on you if something goes bad. And the guy who mentored me in the industry, he kind of had to remind me of that. Right. And that's what I had to do, because like, I really love the lady I have as a driver manager. I love, not, love like homie love, but I love her because she's really good. But at the same time, it's affecting my pockets. So, and it's not her specifically. It's just the company overall, how they maintain these stuff, and the position they in, and what they need to do to get themselves out of position. What they need to do as far as maintenance, what they need to do with their equipment, it's not happening. So that's why I had to go back in my mind and have a come to Jesus meet with myself and decide that I've got to do what's best for me. You got to get back on point. I had a vision, I had goals, and those have been off. Because my money ain't right, and I can make a lot more money than what I'm making here. I have 5 years, no accidents, no incidents, knock on wood. Not saying it can't never happen, because anything can happen in this industry, but preferably not. But with that kind of record, I should be able to get a pretty decent gig. Hold on, y'all. Let me clear this so it don't mess us up. Hopefully it didn't mess us up. And that's what I used to tell my students, Quan. I used to tell my students, you can't take the money with you. You can't spend money dead, and you can't spend money in prison. Had 13 years, new driver. They will lie just to get you off the phone. Ooh. Yeah. Well, a lot of times I won't, and the only person I really talk to on the phone is my dispatch manager. But I also have her email, and I'm one of those people, she knows me. I told her I'll take pictures of everything. And if we have a conversation and I feel something, honey, I will retype that conversation and send it to her an email. And you're going to have to basically let me know. But she's very good. Her husband's also a driver. So that's one of the things I like, is that I like people that identify with our situation. But like even her, it's always the driver's fault. It ain't, you know, that's the reality. You're going to try to make it your fault, even if it ain't really your fault. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna turn the truck back on because I need the AC. This is the only place in the truck we're gonna get good sound. Sorry, y'all. It's gotta be back here in the bunk where I'm sitting at right now. Hey, Omar, what's up, baby? We just talking about the trucking companies, and if they don't give a shit about their equipment, why should you? And what? And do you need to make some changes? Hold on. So they might call me, and if I call me, I'm going to get booted because they trying to fit me in. My company says that they rescheduled this load. I got here at 14:30. The security guy just called me over. He said, man, we showed this load was supposed to deliver yesterday. I said, yes, it was. They had to rework the load at JBS. And my company told me that they had rescheduled. He said, we don't show you rescheduled, but they're going to try to work you in. So I'm sitting here getting detention pay, waiting to get rescheduled. I mean, waiting for them to fit me in. Let's see what y'all got. Right, and Jay, that's why I'm making decisions. I'll be actually leaving sometime probably between the end of January and hopefully mid-February. I'm putting in, I'm going to be talking to another gentleman tomorrow, getting the recruiter information from a company JC Elect recommended. That would be lease purchase. I've been talking about Prime. That's an option. Like I said, my more fear with Prime is more their physical, because I'm really fat and I walk with a limp now. So I don't know how strenuous that physical is and if I can pass it. I'm not in Texas. That's where my aim is, to end up in Texas. I don't pull for JBS. I don't know who JBS is. Are you talking about JB Hunt, or JBS is some other company? I'm from Arizona, but since I'm reefer, the company only had the reefer division. Closest reefer division was California, so I'm based out of Europa, California. Even though I'm in Arizona, and our headquarter office is in AZ. Yes, yeah, Quan. My goal was actually to be lease purchase by now. I wanted to have the weight loss surgery first, but then I had the fractured ankle. So unfortunately, because it's taking so long, I'm actually going to go ahead and do the lease purchase, go ahead and get my own insurance, my own healthcare insurance. Somewhere along the process of prayerfully next year, I will do the weight loss surgery. And I'm not staying company. I want to go. The company thing, I think I'm over. I really need to have a little more control. I'm also seeing that lease purchase operators are bringing in more money after payment. So if you're bringing in, like what I saw, and Shy is $1 per mile, but he's bringing in about a little close to $2,200 after his lease purchase and insurance payments every week. That's right where I want to be, or higher. So that's why I'm going there. Prime does percentage of a load. I think the lady I talked to says 73% of your load. I also want to have more say. You know, like at this company, I think there's a couple things that happened that kind of really turned me off. One, they started messing with the, well, number one is the home time. Well, number one was the equipment, but number one is the home time. And now I used to really get pissed off because I had such work ethic, like, let me get this done. I am going to be, I've been researching the lease purchase. That's why I'm going to do, I only will go walk away lease. I won't go, like with Shy's lease, he can take his truck with him. But if he doesn't succeed, there is a huge penalty in that lease if he walks away from that truck. With Prime, it's a walk away lease, and the other company I'm looking at is, I believe, a walk away lease. I'll be finding out more on them, but I've had, like, the one company I'm not mentioning, I heard about them over a year ago. I met a lady at a truck stop. We were talking up in the Carolinas, and she mentioned them. Then I heard them advertising, and then Jose JC Elect recommended, he had a friend there, and I can go company with them as well. But my next move is probably going to be lease, because I'm so, I really am over, I enjoy driving. What I don't enjoy is dealing with the company. And to me, if you're more of an owner-op, you have a lot more control. Omar, it depends on the company, because I know, and I can only go with some of the YouTube people that I've seen. I know that two companies I was looking at, they had their, I think you're talking about like their maintenance account. That account, I know that that when they went to settle, they did get it. It probably wasn't exactly all as much, but they did get a chunk out of there, which you almost expect that. I'll have to find out more, but I know that some people with the walkaway lease, I thought Freddie Jordan was one, and there was somebody else. That was KLLM though, and I can't remember the name, but they did get some of their money. They didn't get all of it, but they did get some back. Edward, what do you mean your check is never your own? Oh, is Tasha in here? Hey, Miss Tasha, I didn't see you, baby. Edward, what do you mean your check is never your own? Oh, shoot. Hold on, y'all. Let me plug this battery in. Plug it in. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all should be able to see me. Hey, Miss Tasha, what's up, baby? Estes is a good company. It's a LTL company. Yeah, most of your LTLs, you're going to make good money. It's something else I had thought about, Jay. The guy who mentored me into the industry, he was LTL with Saya and did quite well until he had an accident with one of the trucks in his car. And then he was termed. Then he went to another company, and he had something happen with the chains popping up and busting out his windows. So he left that one, and he went to Black Horse. Was doing quite well. Yeah, I got one of them like 10-foot. On them 10-foot cards. It's I got it charging. He was, and I'll put the air on there because sometimes my phone gets hot. He was doing quite well with the Black Horse, with his company. And then he went to Black Horse, and now he's going to Ashley. But I mean, because Bill's got over 40-some years. He's 62. He'll be retired in 5 years, and he'll be doing regional. He's going back to regional, 11 Western, and he'll go into Canada. And I think he says between 70 and 94,000 a year with Ashley. Yeah, I know, Edward, that they're going to take the truck payment first and then you second. But, and this is just business to me. If you're a business owner, which is what a lease purchase person is. I have a cousin who's a lease purchase with the company I'm with now. But this company is a training company and a starter company. So the reason, like my driver manager, she's like, well, I can hook you up with the lease purchase person at the company. Well, I don't want to lease purchase with these people. One, because oftentimes I know the starter companies are known to starve you out in order to force you into either training. And I don't want to train. I've already tried their trainings as a company trainer. They did ask me to become to apply for an instructor position at the school in Phoenix, but I just, in my heart of hearts, I can't do it because 3 weeks is not long enough to train these babies to be out here on the road. Plus, I do know that they could come back, and if something happens, a baby's in an accident and they went to the school and I'm the trainer, they can pull me into court and they can come after me. So I'm not going to risk that. But I do know that when you have your check, it's to the truck first. But the way I look at that, because I've kind of done a lot of research on it, it's a business, and your business expenses always, and I also used to own property, so I'm gonna let you know that your business expenses always want to come out first. Then you pay yourself. It's almost like if you were like when I manage, when you have a company, in order to maintain everything, you got to pay your lease payment on the property. You got to pay the utilities for the property. It's kind of like you're going down a checklist, and then you got to have enough money to pay your employees, and then you break off whatever for yourself. And you know, that's how it works. And then you also have to you have to also put money. You should be putting money aside for emergency stuff, and then break off money for yourself. So you have to set yourself up with how much you're going to pay. And like for me, I'm going to be talking about that because one of the guys on my channel that's one of our 411, he's been wanting me to, he wants to partner with me in a business. I don't know. I have to really pray about that because to me, when you do business with people, you got to know, y'all got to be on the same page. It's almost like marriage. Hold on. Ooh, covenant. Okay. Oh, but your husband's in covenant. Okay, hold on. Enjoyed the husband and wife team in Tennessee. I've been a trainer in Dallas for a fuel hauler. I enjoyed it. Seeing students becoming drivers. Okay, JJ601. I'm gonna just say this. SRT is owned by the Covenant family. Covenant owns several trucking companies apparently, but each division is different. There's some things about Covenant because somebody was trying to recruit me to Covenant, and when I asked some questions behind the scene, I decided not for me. SRT has company as well as you can lease purchase. I would probably look at if you don't mind reefer, I would look at the SRT side, and they also acquired somebody else. I'll find out from Shy. If you go to Chi-Town Trucker, he should be able, I don't know if he's in here because he was in earlier, he should be able to answer questions because they actually have several companies under their umbrella. I don't know, and I'm not knocking it unless you have a good relation with somebody in Covenant, which might work for you. I don't know that I would go to the Covenant side. I think I would go, there's SRT, and they acquired another company. I just can't remember who the other company was that they bought. I almost want to say US Express, but I can't remember. Okay, J601. My sound is doing weird again. Okay, hold on, Quan. How about now, Quan? And it could be because the reefer just started doing its thing. Can you hear me? Alright, hold on, Edward. Let me see what the reefer just started going, and I don't know if that's what messed it up. Is it better or worse? Hold on. Let me do this. Better or worse? Same. I think it's because my reefer just kicked. It's Give me a second here. Let me see. Because my thing is, I think it's because I just heard the reefer kick on. Hold on. So y'all gonna work with me. And I'm just gonna move it around back here. Can you hear me here? Oh, tell me what y'all think here. You can make some good money. When I had the students on here, I was pulling in some checks close to anywhere over $1,500 to $2,000 as a company trainer, because you're pulling in the students' miles. How about here? Can you guys hear me? Or is it bad? The reefer might shut down in a minute because it sounds like it's ending its air conditioning mode. It's better. Okay, we'll just leave it here for now and I'll set up. Alright, so I just had to move it. The reefer kicked on and I think it messed everything up. Okay, so the reefer kicked everything on. So we just might have to move it around for signal. Okay, cool. I'll just leave it here. Y'all just gonna see the top of my head. Yeah, because it's probably the reefer. It's dulling out right now, but it probably went to go air condition the food. Because I heard it kick on when y'all started saying the sound got messed up, and it's probably because that reefer kicked on. No, when I was doing my student, when I had the students, and I didn't even complete my GPS, I didn't even complete training a lot of those students. And one of them, the one who was talking to his voices in the front seat, he actually, that guy, with him I could half sleep. I mean, he could drive. I just left the curtain open because he was not great on curves and reading signs. But with him, after he decided to get out the truck, I took a check home close to $2,000. The military guy who was P-whipped on his woman, the last check I got from him was almost like, I think it was about $1,400-$1,500. So, but without them on the truck, I'm not making that. I teamed with a friend of mine out of trucking school, and here's my view of team. You guys really have to be on the same page. Teaming is like a marriage. You got to be able to really get along. You got to know that person like yourself. It's got to be somebody you can sleep behind, and y'all got to have the same goals. If you don't have the same goals, like it's about getting money and being safe, you got to have those together. Safety, money. Because when I team, like my boy, he was about money. And so, same company I'm at right now, also trailer issues. They had, I have to say, that's really one of their big ones. They had shitty trailers back then, and that was dry van. We went to go drop an empty and pick up a loaded trailer up on the East Coast. We dropped the empty, went across the street to pick the empty up, or the loaded up, and when he went to roll the landing gear, the damn one of the legs went up and the other one wouldn't come up because the pin was missing. Some kind of pin was missing. By J601. So, and thanks for stopping in. The pin was missing on the trailer, and he's like, Shannon, we're just gonna drive it like this. No, the hell, we ain't gonna drive this shit like this. We're not gonna do that. No, we're not. So you be on the same page, and the teaming ended shortly after that because I became concerned he was chasing the money so hard that he was dangerous. And when we talked later, he's like, dude, he says, I'm losing it. He says, I'm chasing the money. He realized, he said, I got kids I got to get home to. Because I was like, yeah, dude. But we ended up, shortly after that, we went our separate ways. Yeah, we went our separate ways, and thank you, Quan. We totally, everything. You got to be on the same page. That's like with business. Like the person I'm talking to who said they want me to partner with them in a trucking business. I gotta see that we're on the same page. I see differences, that concern me, because this person is more, they're aggressive in a different way, and they're new to the industry. And I'm trying to tell them there's a certain way you got to work this industry, because I've learned from myself that if you come off this way, you don't want to have drivers like this. You don't want to have drivers who are curt, who are cold. You want a driver who's you can talk to like a human being. You want some human being drivers. And because if not, you're going to be the same assholes that's out here in this company. Because that's what I want when I so are you planning on teaming, Tasha? Okay. Do you already have somebody you're going to be teaming with? Do you know who it is? It's like a husband or a spouse or a significant other, or you're going to be what do you know? Because that's huge. Here, I'm gonna see if I can. I'm trying to see if I can sit on my pillows. So y'all, I'm knocking cup over. I'm gonna see if I can sit on my pillows so y'all can really see me. Hold on. There we go. Hold on, y'all. I'm still here. All right. Hold on. I'm trying. We finagling this, y'all. We finagling. Hold on. I had to kind of finagle. Because this is not an official place I normally sit my phone. So I'm finagling. Live traffic on your road. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better. Y'all see me okay? You talking to your cousin, but he got a family. Okay. Yeah, you got to really know somebody like you know yourself. This is a very small space to be in with somebody. That's why I said the trucking trainer part. When you get we call it the externship, where you go out, you exit in order to do like these call it internship. We call it externship in trucking school. When you're going out with somebody to finish out your training on over the road, that is hard because you're coming in this truck with somebody you don't know. Hold on, y'all. My battery is charged. My phone, the little charger came out. All right, hold on. Let's make sure it's in there. Okay, it's good. Hold on, let me clear. All right, yeah, you coming out over this road with somebody you don't know, and you got to be on this truck for a while. That's hard. I can't lay back where I'm at, where the phone's sitting, bro. If I lay back, this what y'all gonna see. I gotta sit up, bro. I gotta sit up. So, cause I'm sitting, cause right now this is the top bunk, and I'm sitting. That's why I said I'm trying to finagle it so y'all can see my head there. Oh, that's better. Okay, so because right now I was doing this trying to see, because y'all can't see me. Yeah, I'm sitting on the bunk right now, bro. If I lay back, it's done. It's done. No, Tasha, and I'll be honest, I really don't like teaming. If I team, I'm a team with a dog. Like I said, I'm a team with a dog, and it's a four-legged dog. You know, they love you, you love them. Ain't a bunch of damn drama. Just take them, walk them. They poop and pee. They're gonna come back, sit in the seat, and keep you company. And, you know, in aspects, it would be nice having a team person, but other aspects, I don't want nothing to do with a team person. You can make good money teaming, though. A team can bring in over $100,000 a year. Now, the dog, he can't drive, but he can't drive you crazy neither. The dog can't drive, but it can't drive you crazy either. Another human being, woo, Jesus. You be like, I'm gonna have to come to Jesus with you and put my foot in the middle of your ass and push you up out this damn truck. Oh, I'll be honest, I had that one student, that pussy whip student. Oh, sweet Jesus. Everything in me, I was like, if I hear about that chick again, and I don't care, you know, it's all cool, but if I hear about that chick again, I'm gonna want to put my foot in the middle of your ass. Yo, hold on. Let me get my other charging card. This one ain't working all that well. Hold on. And on the truck, y'all need to have as many of these damn things as you can get. Hopefully this one's long enough. Hold on, y'all. Hopefully I don't lose y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna move you back over and see if y'all still. Are we having any sound issues if I move you over here? Tell me if the sound went weird again. Okay. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to also get a different plug. It might be my charging plug too. Hold on. Okay. This other charging plug, it ain't liking. I always have a method to my madness. Plug this baby in here. Don't want to work there. It'll damn sure work here. Hold on, y'all. We trying here. Yep, there we go. See if it came on. Oh, there we go. All right. I plugged it into the regular thing. All right. All right, so we good on the sound? All right, now I can lay back because I moved y'all back to the same spot. The reefer calmed down. All right. Back. All right, y'all can hear me now? No, I like I said, I have to know somebody like I know myself, and after doing the student thing, I don't want to train a student. Now, if I went to Prime, I might, because I'm impressed with how their whole training process sounds like it is, and that means they're gonna bring in a certain quality of human. But the company I'm at, it's all butts in the seat. And hopefully this don't cut us off because it keeps saying low battery here. Let me do this because that might be affecting me. Okay. Yeah, my company is very much butts in the seat. Y'all can see me okay. That's just I turn the brightness down on my end so the battery will charge better. Okay. But no, it's too much of a butts in the seat company. And so the training process, that's why I didn't want to be an instructor. Okay, yeah, I plugged myself into a regular plug, and then I got it through the charger that way. So I also have one of those, we call them the battery backup packs. Those really work good, but I don't think the cord is long enough. Well, that might work. For now, I'm going to leave it where it's at. Yeah, I'll leave it where it's at. Okay, yeah, I got this ghetto. I'm getting back to my AT&T. As soon as I got my money right, I'm going back to AT&T. I got ghetto mobile. When I fractured my ankle, I couldn't continue. I was paying on the equipment, and I couldn't. I just said, I'll make payments on it, and when I get it paid off, I'm turning my AT&T right the hell back on. So right now, I got ghetto mobile. It's a Sprint's boost crap, and it's crap. But no, I don't see myself teaming. Teaming is good money though. If you can team with a family member, you can make $100,000 or more a year. And who I would go with, if you can pass a Department of Defense background check, you want to go with, yeah, it's horrible. Juan, that crap is horrible. But it's budget, unfortunately. If you want to go with, I think it's Trident. What's the name of that place? They carry military stuff. Like, they do carry explosives and stuff like that. Usually drive van, they want teams. But with them, you'll probably, each of y'all will be bringing in around 70 or more thousand a year. New trucks, they trade out their trucks every 3 years. It does require a Department of Defense background, but excellent benefits. Every day you're out, you get 2 days off. And you can take up to 10 days off, drive your truck, park it right next to your house. Ain't nobody telling you to get your shit off the truck. See, that was some of the stuff with this company I didn't like. And it really turned me off, because when I went out last time, it threw my whole cycle off. I was kind of a goer, and when, like I said, with companies, if you mess up my home time, middle finger. God forgive me, I'm just really real. That was the biggest turnoff for me with this company. When my driver manager said, hey, yeah, you can take as many days as you want, but if you're out more than 3 days, they want all your crap off the truck. Well, I pretty much live off my truck. I mean, it's just clothes on here, tools, and I could probably put everything in a duffel bag and load it off the truck. But if you ever lived in a truck, and even if you don't, like, you know, like I live off my truck and stay at hotels or stay with family when I go home. If you live out, if you even have a truck like a sleeper cab, even if you don't live on the truck, you live on the truck while you're over the road. It's like moving a damn studio apartment. It's a pain in the ass. And you're telling me that on the 4th day, I got to get all my shit off the truck. Okay? Look, Edward, you know it's true, right? It's like moving a damn apartment. You got to pack all this shit off the truck. Then I can be gone for as long as I want. Come back to the company. Now I got to go deal, because I'm in Phoenix. I got to deal with Phoenix asshole Tractor Supply. Those people in there, a-holes. And how they work it is, they're trying to get rid of the bullshit trucks. So the first thing they're going to give you is all the trucks with issues. The truck I'm in right now, I think it took 4 days to get this truck, and my truck still has a problem. It pulls right on the front. I finally said, I'll take that one, because I needed to get rolling. I need to get money. And they know that. Again, it's all a game. So I then took the truck over to the shop, because it's the best one I could get. From the one truck I looked at, the air brakes didn't work. As soon as you got in, turned it on, it had to build up air pressure. Okay? Let's see, I'm just checking the battery on this. It had to build up air pressure. Then, yeah, that's Edward, that's what I told her. I had to talk to the fleet manager. I said, honey, if I clean out this truck, I'm gone. I'm not coming back. I'm a driver with 5 years, no accidents, no incidents. You don't find that, okay? It's very, very rare. 5 years. Even when I started back in 2010, I ain't hit nothing, I ain't tear up nothing. I'm a driver that when I pre-trip a truck, I take your shit and get it fixed, even if y'all don't maintain it. Now, you want to have this policy and I clean off the truck. If I gotta go, when I start cleaning off a truck, that usually means I'm going somewhere else. I'm going to try something else. I'm taking a leave. Okay? We're done. So, to me, to have to clean up, that meant it's time for go look for another job. And so then they were like, well, no, you know, it was problems with certain drivers and da-da-da-da. No, it wasn't. You guys want drivers to go home for only 3 days, come out here and run this freight. If I go out for 6 weeks and I only get 3 days off, I was exhausted. And we started cleaning off stuff off this truck then, because I wasn't sure I was actually going to come back. And me and my buddy Joe I started just packing bags. Like right now, when I leave this truck, I'm probably going to throw this cooler out, because it's so, but it doesn't keep stuff for long. I want to get back to a truck where I have a fridge. They had trucks. They had newer trucks where I could put the fridge on there, but the Tractor Supply people are such assholes. So the first truck they let me see, that truck needed to go into the shop for maintenance, and it did not hold air. As soon as you turn the truck off, it started up in the alarm mode, and you could see, because the mud flaps, and Edward will know what I'm talking about, set on the ground. Okay, when you turn your truck off, if you got good airlines, whatever air is in those lines should stay in the lines. Okay, if everything sinks, there's a problem. There was something else with that truck I couldn't remember. Second truck they had showed me, or let me go to look at. That truck, the mechanism to slide and to recline or to move the seat back, and the bottom seat, it was broken, and the seat was like in a U. It was like up in the air, like it had been in an accident. It probably had been an accident, and they didn't fix it. Okay, they tried to get me in that truck. Nope. The next truck, the what light is that? The one, your braking system light, ABS light. The ABS light would not go off. That was the next truck. It was on from the time and I drove it around the yard. And because it's a starter company, she's like, well, where did you go with the truck? I said, I drove it around the yard. Oh, well, we just want you to look at it. I said, honey, if I'm going to find out what's going on with the truck, not only am I going to pre-trip it out here, I'm going to drive it and see if there's any issues. Anytime, if y'all coming into trucking, don't let them just go out there and wash your truck, vacuum it out, throw some Armor All in it, and you think, oh, it's clean and it's ready to go. You better get in that baby and drive it and find out what the hell is going on. Especially if it's you, if somebody else has driven it, okay? Even if it's new, you need to drive that truck around and figure out if there's any issues. Open the hood, look underneath, make sure ain't nothing leaking, all the same stuff you learned with pre-trip, but also get in that truck and drive it. Just like a car when you go to a dealership, go drive it, especially if it's used, okay? Finally, we got to this truck, and what I noticed is that it pulled right, which meant I thought maybe it was just a simple alignment issue. I went to our shop, all they did was put a new tire on it. That's it. Still pulled right. Finally got to Europa. Europa did some kind of half-butt alignment at the terminal, but it still pulls right. Even my students, I said, when you get in, it pulls right. So the truck has a natural pull right. Well, yeah, we have some trucks that are new that were in major accidents. I'm gonna tell you that right now too, where the babies went in there. And they had one truck. I met a kid. He didn't know no better. He had just got off his trainer's truck. My terminal, my California terminal. I don't know who his driver manager is or who the hell he talks to. A Spanish kid. I met him in Phoenix. He was waiting on a truck. They did end up giving him a brand new truck. The Europa terminal had him drive a truck down that had been in a rollover. He said the truck shook and pulled right the whole way. I said, why did you drive it? He said, well, they told me it was DOT compliant or whatever. I said, baby, if you got in that truck and it was pulling right, leaning right, shaking, you went to school, right? You know the hell that ain't DOT compliant. And even if, I'm sorry, it's a whole safety issue because they were too cheap to have that truck towed to Phoenix. So they found some idiot kid to drive that truck all the way from California to the Phoenix terminal to get it to the body shop for additional work. And he did it. He didn't know no better. And they made him wait an additional 3 or 4 days. He had to go back every day to the Tractor Supply shop. And they finally did give him one of the brand new trucks. But I can't. And they're jerks. They really are jerks. They try to get, and I'm just like, this is insanity. You saying they being slick Willie there, Quan? Oh, it's game. I mean, what you got to do is realize that you being played. That's why I try to tell most people, trucking has its game to it. There's a game to it, and if you're not up on game, you gonna get gamed. You damn sure gonna get it. They will play you. They play you. Yes, they will. Yes, you're absolutely right, Quan. Yes, it's game, and so you get played. That's why I said right now. They know the equipment is old. They know these trailers are raggedy. It's like when I talked to the lady the other night when I went to go get, they had the same beef company. It was a different load. And that load was supposed to be going all the way to the East Coast. When I went to go get that load, the reefer was throwing codes. I was going to go ahead and just take it over to the reefer because I know the people at the trailer shop. I know the supervisor over there. I was going to get it fixed in Phoenix. She's like, no, 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 don't take it. Ask the customer to move it to another trailer. Because you know your shit sucks, right? So now, this is where I lose money because I now have to sit and wait with this trailer, get it, and then, you know, because of delays, I hit snow, and I don't play with the snow. I mean, I've driven snow. There's just some stuff I don't risk. And I took my time. What they do, they T-call a load. I didn't get really hardly any miles that week. You know, I'm not, it's just because all of the shenanigans, and because they don't maintain their equipment, I am real cautious about driving it in any conditions, even if it's sunshine. I drive a little slower, especially depending on how old the trailer is. Like some trailers, I can see them, I can feel like a natural lean right or left. It's just, it's bad. It's like the same way this kid pulled in to go dock at this thing. I could hear his damn trailer brakes whistling. I was like, he got an airline issue back there in the brake system. I mean, it was just, you can hear it. It was like making a little whistle sound. And me and one of the other truckers, he said, is that his brakes? I said, uh-huh. He said, should I tell him? I said, well, he backed opening the doors. If he don't know, there's a problem. I said, you have to understand, we work for the same company. He don't care. He's chasing the dollars. He ain't worried about the safety of himself or the motor in public. Quan, do you have any problems with Metro PCS? Because one of my other friends went to Metro, by the way. I was thinking about, I have a Cricket on here, which is now owned by AT&T. Okay, I'm gonna get back to my AT&T. I can't. I just get on. Plus, I want to eventually. I want to get GoPro up in here, up in my truck, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the GoPro up. And were you saying stick with the big dogs? Stick with, you talking about big dogs as far as trucking company or real dogs? Yeah, I'm gonna go back. Only reason, Edward, I came off, I actually took a tumble off the back of a trailer, fractured the ankle cap. It came off. Avoided pins, thank you Jesus, but I was 6 months down, 3 months non-weight bearing, and then 3 months therapy just to try to get my muscles back in my legs, because my legs had atrophied. So I had to work to get the leg back. So my trying to pay bills on freaking workman's comp is hard. So with that, I had to downsize from my AT&T temporarily. So I still owe on the equipment. I paid the actual phone bill is paid off. I just have to pay the equipment. And then what's weird is I'll probably get it turned back on, and I'm gonna go buy me that new iPhone. I used to work for Verizon in a management position. Verizon is good, but I went with AT&T because AT&T will give me usually. Oh yeah, Tasha, I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling way better. And I thought I was gonna be doing my laundry tonight, but with this shenanigans right now, well, I'm gonna get there to the terminal late enough to where I can go do my laundry. I'm about an hour and a half from the terminal. Because I'm gonna have to go back to Ontario area, Europa, because they have to reschedule. I have this was a 3-stop load. Costco, this port here outside of Long Beach, and I'm at U.S. Border Customs, and then I have the ports in Oakland, which I've been to before. I've been to those, and that place is busy, so they'll probably get me rescheduled for that. Hopefully sometime. Well, hell, I don't know if they're gonna do it tonight, because they hadn't rescheduled me. So trying to get in the port, I might be down another damn day. I mean, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. And all I did was get 700-800 miles, but because they had to rework the load, it delayed me getting out of Phoenix, which ate through my 14-hour clock, and I had just enough time to get it into Costco. So in reality, what they should have done was made this stop and the Oakland stop, but I don't know, because ports are funky. That's one of the things. If you don't know how to work the ports are really funky. You have to come in at a certain time. Because like this place, it looked like it was closed, and it was actually, they opened at like 2 something today. And then they talking about they rescheduled me. I'm sitting here, and I'm not sure I'm rescheduled yet. Hold on, y'all. I got to reply to my detention message. Hold on. I'll be right back. Chat among yourselves. Yeah, that's why I want to get the AT&T so I can get my Wi-Fi service back on. Because if I get my Wi-Fi service, I got 2 laptops on this truck. I got 2 good laptops on this truck. My best my best laptop is in storage, but